Sorry. Son of a gun. Okay, fa sol. Come on. Something like that. Anyway, we're gonna finish later. But just wanted to show you that I am making some progress with this thing. With this crazy Italian Russian accordion. And this is still Calgary, and the snow doesn't want to go away, even though it's like +5 Celsius, or what is it, like 40 F. But the snow, like the roads are clear, but the snow is in. And today's only Monday, but my move-in date is only 4 days away. So I've been really busy doing some preparations. And in case you guys are wondering what's involved when you're moving to a different province or different jurisdiction, I made a list. So the list is on like 2 pages here. You ready? All right, first off, it was not easy finding who the property manager is, right? Because I have to set up my condo fees, monthly automatic payment. So I contacted the realtor, my buyer's agent. He talked to the listing agent or seller's agent. Finally, they told me, okay, here's the name of the company. Just get in touch with the Calgary office. Like no phone numbers, no. So, you know, thanks to Google, I was able to find their website, and then, you know, they have a contact us page, and you enter the property, you know, address and your question. I said, yeah, I'm just moving in. Friday, I need help in setting up my condo fees account. Can please somebody call me? And that was in the morning. Now it's already early afternoon. I haven't heard back from them, but at least the ball is rolling, because I really need to set this up. And after this, I had no idea who the electricity provider is here. Again, talked to the realtor. He says the most popular one is NMAX. And so I found their website, and it was very easy over there. You just create an account, and you tell them the address and what date you want the electricity hooked up. And then you tell them which account you log right from their website. You log in into your bank's account. And they say, okay, which one of these accounts you want to use for the electricity bill? I said, this one. Okay. So that one is set up. And then also, again, I was talking to people about various options for internet. And most people say it's either Telus. Nobody ever uses Bell over here for high-speed internet. So most of the time it's Telus or Shaw cable, same as in the States, right? And so I went to the Shaw website. I said, yeah, I want to hook up high-speed internet. So I chose the fastest one, I think. Maybe no, the second but fastest, like just one step lower than the fastest, and it's fiber optic. I hope they don't send me the box before Friday, because right now I don't have any access to my mailbox, but it's ordered, right? Then I decided to sell my Nikon 6Z or Z6 Z6 II camera, because I'm getting a different one. More about that in a second. Found a buyer online, met with a guy the day when Saturday. He gave me cash, I gave him the camera, we all good. So right now basically I have no cameras left. As you can see, the bag is empty, and these are all my lenses. And I'll make sure I buy like a shelf, you know, a bunch of what do you call it, like a cupboard with shelves, so I can display them. My 500 f5.6, 70-200 f4, 300 f4, and 18-35 f3.5-45. So these are my only lenses. And so now I already picked up my new camera. I'll just show you in a second. But the old one is sold, because honestly I was not quite happy with the picture quality, because I'm kind of like spoiled by the 850 with, you know, 47 megapixels, and I could see the difference with Z6 II when I was trying to do landscapes. Like for wildlife it's fine, but for landscapes you want more detail. And when I was shooting you know, the cityscape, the view of the downtown Calgary from that Nose Hill Park, from the top of the hill, I could see that it took some effort to create, you know, good quality images. And planes here are landing left and right. I don't know if you can see that. There's one landing over there, right? And there's one approaching over here. I'm not sure what it's saying. Oh, that one is taking off. Okay, taking off. But yeah, right behind me, like over there, that's where the landing path is. That's where I was shooting that video about, you know, landing airplanes. Yeah, that one climbing, or yeah, that one is climbing. But yeah, it's a huge airport. They have so many runways, and I think they have like 4, because I see planes coming from this way, they come from that way, you know. It's a good location to watch planes here, right from my window. And anyway, so I paid for the new camera because they required, finally these Z9 cameras came into stock all over US and Canada. They were on back order, and I went to this local London Drugs. Wait a second. No, it is landing. What the heck? I couldn't tell which way it was pointing. But that's a huge plane. Check this out. And so yeah, I found the local, you know, usually I dealt with Henry's Photo in Ontario, but they don't have any stores in Alberta. And so the big store here is called London Drugs, which is pretty much a pharmacy, but it's more, look at that thing. It's like a pharmacy, but it's also, they have a photography section, and they have the, wow, that's a beautiful plane. But dual engine, but very big. Oh, it's a UPS airplane. And so London Drugs here have a chain of stores, and they have a big photography department, and they are actually a dealer for Nikon. And I went on their website, and it says, yeah, $250 deposit, Nikon Z9 or Z9. What? And it says in stock. And so I paid $250, and then they emailed me when the camera was in their head office, which is in BC, British Columbia. And that's when I had to make the full payment. It's pretty expensive, but you know, we'll live once, so what the heck. If I don't buy it now, I will never will. It's the best camera right now that's available. And so I paid for the new camera with my credit card, right? And then started waiting when it comes over from the BC to this Calgary location. And they asked me, like, what do you want to do? You want to ship it to your home, or you want to ship it to store? And because, you know, I'm at the hotel, I said ship it to store. And I'm familiar with the one where I already picked up that FTZ adapter. I said that one. It's like close to downtown Calgary. But I paid the full price, and then I was waiting for the camera to show up. Then I bought a new home office computer, and I always wanted to have a iMac. I had it before, even when I was when I was in a truck. I had but a smaller one. So I didn't even open it yet, because what's the point? But this thing is huge. So it's iMac with this new M1 processor. It's 24-inch, and it allows you to hook up a second monitor. So I'm gonna hook up a second monitor because, you know, you need two monitors when doing brokerage paperwork. So yeah, my room is starting to look like a warehouse. And this is the sleeping bag, just for the time being. And this is the bed. Believe it or not, this thing, it's a folding. This thing, it's a folding, kind of like camping style bed. So I got, yeah, it looks like this. It can support 450 pounds. So camping cot, that's what it's called. Etoproc, and of course made in China, but it supports 450 pounds. You know, it's a very sturdy design, and it just fits inside this. There's like a case in there, carrying case. It folds up, kind of like a camping chair. And I got it together with this, but the driver for some reason couldn't deliver yesterday. So they delivered this yesterday, but this came today. And this is the camera that I went to the London Drugs to pick up. Showed them a bunch of my IDs because, you know, it's a pretty expensive item. And so then what I did, because we agreed that a day before the possession date we have to do the inspection, right? And so that's Thursday, a day before the possession date, which is Friday. So Thursday I talked to the realtor, and I'll find out what works for him, and he said yeah, like 11:30 Thursday. I said fine. So 11:30 I'm gonna meet him at the apartment. We're just gonna go in, make sure that nothing is broken or missing compared to the time when we were first in that apartment. And then I wasn't sure what to do about my phone numbers, because I have that S21 with two SIM cards, right? The physical SIM is for the Verizon, and the eSIM is for Rogers in Canada. And I decided I don't need Verizon anymore, but I still owed money for the phone because it was on financing. You know how when you buy a brand new phone, you pay them like 20-30 bucks a month? And it was a pretty expensive phone, this S21 Ultra 5G. So I still owed like 500 bucks US for it. And so I called them, I said, I want to pay it off. Just charge my credit card for the full amount, and then I want to cancel the line. And I called them from that 609 number, and the lady says, okay, I'm going to wait till you hang up to cancel the line, because she says, if I push the button right now, our conversation will be disconnected. I said, wow, so it's happening that quick, right? She says, yeah. But I had to call them from that number, otherwise their computer, you know, does not recognize the number. If I had called from the Canadian number, the computer, oh, you know, we cannot find the number like associated with your account. And so I switched I went into my SIM card manager. I changed the primary to SIM 1, which is Verizon. And when I called them from that 609 number, it found my account, and I was able to hook up with the agent. And so paid off all I owe, and I said, the phone is unlocked, right? She said, yeah. I said, okay, once I hang up, please kill this account. And that's it. And that's what happened. I got a text message saying that, yep, thank you for your service. Kind of like, you know, done. So no more Verizon. So at this point, I only had one number, 226, my Canadian Rogers number. And at first I wanted just to transfer that. I wanted to close that one and get a Bell or Telus, but keep that number, right? But then I remembered that Rogers gave me a deal. If I go into US, which, you know, I'm pretty close from US, right? Like, I want to visit all these parks again, you know, like Yellowstone, Badlands, Custer, stuff like that, Glacier. And so I want to be able to call from inside US. And so I remember that Rogers gave me a deal because I threatened that I'm leaving, and I was ready to leave, but then you know how when they don't want to lose you as a customer, they give you a deal. And so they gave me a deal for US. Instead of daily charge, which I think now they charge like $10 a day when you're in the States, but you can still use your Canadian phone. They gave me like $10 a month, one-time fee. So no daily charges. And so I don't want to lose that deal, because I would never be able to get it from, let's say, Bell or Telus here, right? And so instead of switching from Rogers to Bell, I decided to keep Rogers, and I canceled the Verizon. And then I just drove to a Bell store, and I said, okay, this phone is unlocked. I already have an account with you guys because I have this, where is it? I have this modem, right? So I have this Nighthawk modem. So it has its own 519 number, but actually it works pretty good. And because of this, I already have an account number with Bell, right? And I said, I just want to add a voice line to this, but using a local number. And it took probably like 10 minutes. For some reason, the girl could not understand what I wanted. You know, like we both speak English, and I'm pretty sure my English was adequate. But she was thinking that I wanted to take this line and hook it up to my phone. I said, no, this is 519, which is Ontario. I said, I want a local line. Just add another line to this account. And so finally, after like 10 minutes and 15 you know, fist bumps on the deck, it worked. And she gave me a 403, which is local for Calgary. And I said, do I have a choice? I want a number that it's easy for me to remember. And so she turned the computer towards me and she says, okay, here's like 5 numbers, you know, phone numbers. Choose the one that you think works for you. And I like the first one. The first one at the top on the list was, to me, it looked like easy to remember. I said this one. And so all we did is I took the cover off the phone and I said, do you have that pin that you need to unlock to open the SIM tray? Because I don't have it. So of course she had it. So she took out my Verizon SIM card. She says, you need this? I said, no, this one is already dead. Just put the new SIM, please, into that one. And then we restarted it. And the phone found the service right away. And so now it's pretty cool. No, check this, another one. But this one looks smaller, I think. WestJet. And so now I have 2 numbers, which I think is pretty cool. So I can switch between them, and I can make one primary, the other secondary, and vice versa. So I still have my main number from Ontario because, you know, that's the number that most of my customers know, right? In case I want to talk to some of the old contacts. And now I have the new number, which is local, which can be pretty handy, you know, when you deal with local people, right? And I can switch between them, and both of them give me hotspot, you know. Yeah, and then once when I move in, because for now I'm still using this, because sometimes, you know, the connection here at the hotel is not very good. Like when I uploading a video, I need a better internet, and this one is way better than the hotel. So that's what I did. So that was the major achievement today, that I got a local phone number. And actually they tried to intimidate me by asking, you know, can we see your Alberta driver's license? I said, no, request denied. I said, here's my mortgage approval. Here's my apartment purchase agreement. I brought those with me because I knew something like this would happen. And I said, and for now I just have Ontario license because I still haven't moved into my apartment. And that worked. So she was able to use my apartment purchase agreement because it shows my name and it shows the address, right? And so what else did I do? So like I said, I was pretty busy. Yeah, so closed Verizon and kept the Rogers line as eSIM and hooked up a new physical SIM from Bell with the local Alberta area code. And then I changed my, what I did in the morning, I went online to all of my banks, like I have 3 major banks that I'm dealing with. I changed my address on all 3 banks, and I changed my address on the Bell, with that, you know, where this modem is, right? And I changed my Rogers, the primary phone number. Changed my address over there. And then I called the guy where I have health insurance and canceled that one because it's like $250 or something. So I canceled that one. And the last thing I did, I think, yeah, I emailed London Drugs. I said, could you please give me an update on the ETA of the new camera? I said, I already made a full payment. Just waiting for you to tell me when I can go to the store and pick it up. And as I went to the bank, pay off, you know, my credit card over there with the cash I got for the camera, I check my email and I see an email from London Drugs, and it says your new camera is ready to be picked up. And so while you guys are still here, let us do some quick unboxing over here. Wow, it's like it's very nicely packaged. Nikon Z9 mirrorless digital camera, body only. So that's what it looks like when you open it. Check this out. Here they still put this, and they put this. Wow. Holy moly. Now that's what I call good packaging job, you know? Man. And of course this is a Canadian purchase, so it's all that should be the camera. And here we have all these batteries and chargers. Oh yeah, this one comes with this big battery. So it's gonna have very good battery life. What is this? Oh, I think, yeah, it's a charger. Just single battery charger. So this battery goes in here. And then I think you hook it up with this. And that's the adapter. So that's the first thing I usually do is when I get... Oh, nice. So this is, you know, not a gray market anymore. So no more gray market for me. So this is expensive, but with full warranty. We see all the accessories are here. Because actually this thing, I remember when I was buying from the gray marketplace, there was always issues with the charger. But it looks very nice. And actually, I have adapters. I have adapters in my car. You know, if let's say if I go to England or something. So see, this goes like this. Let's go plug it in. Why there's no lights? Okay. Charging. All right. Now for the main event. You guys are ready? Holy moly. Wow. You guys remember I wanted to buy a D6, right? So this is it's the same class as D6. But this is mirrorless. So this is way better. And it's much lighter. It's much lighter than a D6, but this is a crazy good camera. Look how many buttons on the back. Wow. So vertical grip already built in. So yeah, that's my new baby. So I'll start playing with this while after I charge the battery. I hope everything goes right, because when I had a D6, again, because that was a gray market, it started giving me some faulty errors saying that the battery needs to be calibrated. See, there's a button here that says calibration, but I hope that this one is fine. And then I can buy another one like this. And, you know, that was the issue. The issue with the, you know, first mirrorless cameras was always poor battery life. And then they came up with this. You know, this one, it's like a real professional camera. So like this, what you would use if you're like a reporter, you know, you're doing some, you know, war journalism, because this is like water resistant, you know, or at least moisture resistant. And so this is a real professional camera. Expensive, but you know, it's Christmas present to myself. So Christmas came early, and credit cards are still working. That's the most important thing. So there you go. Look at this. Looks like a war room in here. Anyway, the hotel people are already calling me by name, and I was talking to them about the delivery for the sleeping bag and the cot, and the lady says, "Oh, you've been with us for a while." I said, "Yeah, one more week and I'll be out of your hair." You know, I said, I'm buying an apartment, so moving in Friday. So the next video we're gonna do I'm gonna show you the apartment, I'm gonna show you the building, and I'm gonna show you my super nice bed and my computer, but I still have to buy the desk And what I figured what I can do is, because in my car, actually I can carry a pretty big desk, and honestly all I need is something like this. This is about 5 feet wide. That's enough for 2 monitors, especially if you have like a drawer here where you can put the keyboard in, and a nice chair like this, nothing too crazy. And so this table, if these parts were separate, it would go into my car. Because you know, once I move all the stuff that I have in the trunk now, I move it to the apartment. I make sure that everything is empty, and then I can flip my rear seats down, you know, the rear seats in the car, and I'm gonna take a measuring tape and I will measure what's the maximum length of a table that I can put in, and then I'll just get some, you know, bungee cords to tie down the cover of the trunk. And then I'm gonna go to probably IKEA or Staples and get me a table and maybe a chair. I think even a chair like this would fit in, maybe not through the door if that thing was separated, you know. Like, that's why I don't want to buy a very big one. So like this could probably go in the side door if these are off and this is off. No, because I just don't want to bother with the home delivery. I just can do it myself, you know, in my car. So that's it. That's the update. Those are the news. Thanks for watching. Oh, and almost forgot. This video has been made possible indirectly by Jerusalem Shawarma, the best eatery in town.